must admit she loves fall because she gets to wear sweaters and boots. Coming up next, from the new Fox drama Reunion, Will Estes tells all about the special girl in his life.
Some days are heart-stopping.
Our next guest captured our hearts as a teenage son on American Dream, and now he's doing it again on the new Fox drama Reunion. Take a look.
Some deals, no matter how good they look on paper, just aren't meant to be. And you can spend your life trying to close the deal, but it's not going to happen. That's us, Sam. Just not meant to be.
You would just listen.
Sorry, Sam. I don't have to anymore. I'm done. Done listening. Done waiting. Done trying to become somebody I'm not to get you. I went to prison for you. But you know what? I haven't met a free man until right now.
Please welcome Will Estes.
Do now,
you have each show you have a different do, it seems like.
It's true.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a long line of...
Did you change it intentionally for this role, or was it something
they actually dyed it. They wanted it lighter, I guess, just to sort of break it up from the other characters on the show. That's what they told me. And it came out like strawberry red blonde.
Pretty.
They had to fix it. It was a long...
Oh, because you have darker hair naturally.
Yeah, it's a little lighter than yours, maybe, yeah.
Right.
So, first of all, tell us the premise of the show Reunion.
Great idea.
It is a great idea.
It's cool. It's interesting. It's an interesting concept. Each episode is a year later in time, and we take these 6 best friends, and we start in 1986 with them graduating from high school, and the whole season obviously is going to be about 20 years, and we find out through flashes forward in time that it's also a murder mystery. One of these characters presumably murdered one of the others. Find out who's dead sooner and who the killer is, not till the end of the season.
So it's almost like 24, which is an hour, but this is a year.
But it's 24
years.
So it's 20, yeah.
Yeah. Each episode's about a year later in time. We're just getting ready to do an episode that's like each act is a different season of 1 year. So it sort of changes a little bit. But
that's a great concept, but that's going to be tough on an actor because, when you're going from 18 to 38 or 18 to 40, it's different. There's a big jump. But when you're only changing 1 year at a time, how do you prepare for that as an actor?
Yeah, well, it's interesting, like how do you play, a year later in time? And also 38, it's funny because, we're playing these characters that are 20 years older, but 38's not old either, you know what I mean? So
no, it's not.
That's right.
Not at all.
Not at all.
I mean, so you're playing like, someone who's grown up a lot, but he's not old anymore. I think like if we were playing like 70 years old, it'd be easy. It's like, okay, he's old, but...
yeah, you're just a little bit older.
Like, Bernard Hopkins winning fights, he's 40.
Yeah.
And it's funny because, my mom is 77 years old, and she says she never feels any different. She still feels like she did when she was 20 years old. Like, she doesn't feel older. So you don't really feel like a year older.
Yeah.
But now you must be having a blast reliving the 80s. I know you're a big 80s fan.
I love the 80s. Yeah, I'm always telling them, like, songs they need to have in the show.
Now, I'm sure hair and makeup's got to help you as well.
And the wardrobe, the 80s wardrobe.
I was pretty excited. They gave me the Rod Laver tennis shoes, and we got like a blue Trans Am.
Cool.
my buddy Sean Ferris has got the two polo shirts with both the collars turned up.
That's right. I forgot those. That's right.
It's pretty funny. I love it. It's pretty
classic. What about the music to the show?
Yeah, the music's great. We're just now we had some cool 80s. We had like Aha and a bunch of old cool 80s tunes, and now we're moving into the 90s actually, what we're shooting now. So we're getting ready to move into like the grunge thing. So hopefully maybe we'll get like some Nirvana and stuff in there.
That's a really interesting concept, isn't it? It sounds really like a cool show.
The only thing that's tough is like now, did they tell you the whole storyline? Because when you're going back, I mean, did you know the whole season storyline to try and act a through story, so to speak?
Yeah, well, they didn't want to tell us like what was going to happen because first of all, I think they weren't sort of sure on totally what they were going to do,
right?
And some of it hasn't been written, and they didn't want to let any secrets out of the bag, and they don't trust actors. I don't know why.
Yeah,
and
because they're smart. Yeah, I don't know.
And but then we had to start playing more and more complicated scenes in present day at 38 years old. So we're going, well, what does this line mean?
What's happened?
What's happened?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, you've lived a lot, you've loved, you've lost, and go, action, roll. Like, no.
Wow.
So like, we had to drag it out of them, but they finally sort of conceded some sort of major story arc so that at least we feel like we know what we're talking about.
You have an idea of where you're
probably just lied to us. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
Just to keep us happy. But
and what about a second season? I mean, these are a group of friends that go through 20 years. Do you go from 38 to 68 for the second season?
I don't know. I got to, geriatric
Yeah.
television would be different. But
I don't know.
Maybe then it just stops and you just, hit on 1 year.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Well, I think they might go to a different cast, or I think they have a couple options, or maybe maybe go to maybe a sliding doors type thing, like different things.
It's something else that happened. Oh, that's interesting.
I mean, they've cut around so much, so I think they could do something like that. Right?
Very cool. Now, you also spent how many years on American Dreams?
Almost 3 full seasons.
Oh, wow. That was a great show.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
Great show.
Did you have fun working on that?
Yeah.
What did you enjoy most about it?
Gosh, a lot of it. I think when my character got to join the Marines and go to Vietnam, it was crazy. We had wonderful technical advisors. A guy named Jim Deaver, who just called me and wished me happy birthday at 9:30
That's right. It was just your birthday. Happy birthday.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It was yesterday was your birthday?
Yeah.
And you're still here. That's good.
And I'm here.
Nice.
Yeah. But he was Sergeant Major of the Marines for 25 years, and it was great. They put an M14 in my hand, and we get to shoot blanks and run around in the mud. I've been doing this since I was 4 years old, playing Army. I'm not even acting anymore. I'm just playing. It was really fun though. It was really, it was an amazing experience.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back with Will Estes.
Coming up next, Will reveals why he owes his acting career to a dog. If you're in the Los Angeles area and want to be a part of our studio audience, call 626-821-3111. Log on to jampackedtvshows.com or write to Soap Talk, care of Jam Pack, 235 East Colorado Boulevard, Suite 266, Pasadena, California, 91101. More Soap Talk when we come back. Net.
Associated with Rob Estes at all? I mean, do people ever think that Rob was my husband on Melrose, if you don't all know?
I used to always get asked that in auditions, and I just started saying, just to entertain myself and other people, that he was my dad and he didn't acknowledge me.
Oh.
I could see their faces wash over.
I never liked that, Rob.
I'm totally kidding. Then I was sitting at an audition, he came in and sat down right next to me over at NBC, and I was like, I got to tell you the story. Has this ever gotten back to you? He's like, no, but he laughed. I was really nervous to tell him.
He's a good guy.
You might not think it was funny, but I tried to sort of make it a funny story, and he laughed, so it was cool.
Funny. So how did you get into acting? You were 10 years old when you first got your big break, correct?
Yeah.
What was your first big break?
I got a show called, my first big break was a Fruit of the Loom commercial, but then I got to, I was 8. But,
don't go there, folks. Don't go there with 8.
But, he had a show called The New Lassie, which was a television version of the Lassie show.
Lassie. I mean, you're part of American history. Good
Lord.
Lord.
You got to actually do the screen test with the dog?
I did, yeah.
You're kidding me.
Well, I came out for 6 auditions. I think some of the kids were afraid of the dog, so I got the part because I'd always had dogs.
Because it was whoever the dog liked? Did the dog get to pick?
I'm not gonna.
I would have rolled in wet liver to get that role. You kidding me? I've been walking over. I had pork chop underneath my arm or something. You know?
I wasn't that slick, but I wasn't afraid of the dog. So yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, what's the craziest thing you ever had to do for a role?
To get the role or after I got it? No, I'm kidding. No,
Is this X-rated?
No.
Oh, good.
I haven't had my year,
but the most fun you've ever had?
The most fun I think I ever had, actually. I got asked to play a kid in a John Bon Jovi video, a music video. And
cool.
I got to run around. I guess I worked with him once. I worked with John, who's one of the coolest guys ever.
What did you
on a movie called U-571.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And we were a bunch of young...
Submarine movie, right?
Yeah, we were...
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah. We were a bunch of young punk kids, working on that show. And he came in and we were like, so John, you're a rock star and now you're an actor. That's pretty cool. And giving him a hard time right off the bat, and he was so cool. And he asked me to be in the music video afterwards, and that was I got to jump off stuff, I got to jump on this trash truck that was driving by, and it was really a blast.
And the name of the video is?
It's My Life.
Oh, I love that song.
It's a great song.
Yeah, he just released a new album too.
Yeah. He's a huge album. Man, I grew up on Bon Jovi from New Jersey.
You want to be Bon Jovi,
Absolutely,
don't you?
absolutely. Well, we just want to wish you congratulations on reunion, and wish you the best of luck.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Really nice to meet you.
We'll be right back.
It's time for the Soap Talk trivia question. Which guiding light actress hems the sleeves of her jackets for a more tailored look? The answer when we return. Get the scoop on Erica.